As we just heard before, there are restrictions remaining on other meat exporters. Have you at all been given an indication as to whether these will also be moved in the near future?
No, not yet. As per what China normally goes through the GACC, which is their customs division, is that they will review everything that's in front of them. They've got all the information. They've had all the information for a hell of a long time. And now what we will be doing is continuing to advocate that now that they've started this process, that they continue on and get to the conclusion that we all know, not only that we need, but also they need to continue to take the best red meat in the world, which is Australian.
Patrick, we know that these restrictions have been in place for the last few years. How much has the industry lost in that time?
Well, anecdotally, it is in the hundreds of millions, but probably more importantly, we need to know that we are a resilient industry. We are also an industry that has been adept to be able to pivot to other markets. However, we can diversify for volume, but not necessarily diversify for value. So whilst we've been able to continue to keep the throughput going, this it starts to allow us the opportunity to achieve that total carcass value and help us to underpin that what we see is now continued rising prices that we're seeing for livestock that have been occurring over the past 4 weeks. So this helps underpin those establishments now and into the future.
And will the industry look to continue its diversification, or once China has indeed dropped all of those restrictions, do you put your trust fully back in China again?
Well, we've been both fortunate and unfortunate. The unfortunate part is that these restrictions have gone on individual companies who do export or were exporting a great deal to China. However, we've been fortunate that it's not an Australian-wide occurrence, as we've seen with barley and with wine and with lobster and other products. So what we're now seeing is that we'll continue to advocate for full access, not just for the remaining 6 that are currently temporarily suspended for technical issues, but we also have a number of facilities that were lined up to obtain their access to China in 2017. When we signed the joint statement with the late Li Keqiang and also with Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. We want to get back to those discussions and those negotiations again, because we do have the best product in the world, and China has reclaimed itself as our largest sheep meat market and our 3rd largest beef meat market. So that will only grow with the opportunities that China provides us, as well as the other 100 countries that we export around the world, and we'll continue to do so as we have for the past 100 years.
Well, it's certainly some really welcome news ahead of Christmas for the industry. Patrick Hutchinson, we have to leave it there. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me again.